Speak about that. Talk about you managing that particular day, and is it easy for you to remember everything Burley was doing that day? The crowd's into it. Your players, they're out there going, hey, we can't screw this up. This guy's having a great day. I mean, do you remember anything specific when Burley was having that ball game?
Well, when I was in the lineup, I was like three guys. I was give people day off. And Burley was pitching, and most of the lineup it was on the bench. And the last thing that went through my mind is Burley going to throw a perfect game. And still, it's in my mind. I just talked to Kenny upstairs and go, I see a lot of good things, baseball, 3,000 kids. Not a right to strike out so many people, reaching plays on any game, but why don't Burley throw a perfect game? These guys they put the ball in play, in contact, so many times. That's hard to believe. That particular day, I only remember one thing for sure. I went to go twice on the game, and George Cora was sitting next to me. And George told why he's going to be in the field. And I see him in the game continuing like that. George Cora looked at me like, what? What I mean? I said, I got to have the best guys on the field for defense for the last inning of the game. They go, Burley throw a perfect game? I said, I don't care. Not because I don't care. I was thinking as a manager. I was thinking about a perfect game. I got to put the best guys up there to think I want to win the game. And George Cora said, well, that's a jinx. You might jinx this thing. You will do this. I said, that's why you be coach for the rest of your life. Because I'm not thinking that way because I get paid to manage to win games. And that's what I did. And when you throw it, first thing went through my mind, I said, there's no way this thing happening right now. Because, not because Mark, you check Mark's number, contact, a lot of hits, give up a lot of hits, double play, pick the guys up from first base. You do a lot of stuff, but you never thought this guy could throw a perfect game where you're throwing popcorn boxes out there. And when that happened, it was fun because I don't think anybody in the dugout was talking about it.
No. He was.
He was, yeah.
He was.
He was just like,
The reverse psychology.
yeah, psychology, like, I throw a perfect
You know I got a no-hitter, right? You know I got a perfect game, right? Yeah.
But in the dugout, nobody, like, I don't think everybody was pulling for him. Hopefully that happened, but people was kind of surprised, like, really, Burley? Okay. And we have a pitcher, he never played.
Castro.
Castro. You even remember that guy. Remember the name of the pitcher was Castro. He was a hit? No. Castro. I said, that's why this guy threw a perfect game, because AJ wasn't the bench. After that, after the perfect game, I think we will struggle. No, yeah, we lose a couple of games after that.
We just looked it up. For those of you that don't know, over 210,000 games have been played at the major league level, and only 23 have been perfect games. So that's how rare it is. And Ozzy and I decided upstairs that he had to be the softest thrower out of all those 23.
You know what? And here's the irony. I thought about that because I know we're going to come down here and talk about this. But Mark Burley honestly seems like the perfect candidate because he threw the ball exactly where he wanted to. A lot of soft contact. He gave up a lot of hits because they made contact. But if he was on as he was that particular day, he already had the no-hitter prior to that. And to me, he threw a no-hitter against the Texas Rangers. He walked one batter, Sammy Sosa, and then picked him off, which was the best thing I've ever seen in the history of baseball. I'm like, oh, now that is fun. So I thought that was actually a better performance that day. I thought he was more dominant in a sense of breaking more bats and locating where he wanted. But this perfect day, as you were talking about, Kenny, there was somebody immediately that came to mind that was somewhat similar type of pitcher with a successful day. And it was Dallas with the A's. I'm trying to think of his last name.
Dallas Green. No.
Braden, thank you.
Everybody remember because that came because Mother's Day, and he got a fight with Errol.
Yes.
I remember him because in ESPN, I'm sorry, in ESPN, and we have a meeting, and talk about the game, talk about what we're going to say, doing the Baseball Tonight show. And one of the songs, talking, I don't know what it was. Then I turned around and said, who are you?
Right.
Wow.
At the-
He's a preacher, he's talking about healing and stuff. I turned around and I asked very rapidly, what do you mean, who is this guy?
Then he say, that's a kid throw. I say, wow, the guy want to fight with Alex Rodriguez? Yeah, okay, whatever. This kid throw a perfect game. How that happened?
That's where, and we're talking about this, that's where the comparison is for me, because you've got a guy like Dallas Braden that was very similar, threw a perfect game. And he was another, for me, he's less likely than a Mark Burley, because he had that one, and how often, and we saw it with Philip Umber as well, do these guys throw these perfect games, and then after have issues? They struggle. Umber did it after his perfect game. He struggled after that, was not in game long. Braden was the same thing, perfect game. He struggled after that and then was out of the game. Burley, no, he still went on to be very successful, but it happens to a lot of guys. Kenny?
Well, it does, but again, the rarity of it is such that you can't equate it to anything else that happens on the field, in my opinion. And unfortunately, my greatest memory of the whole thing was, after the fact, it's customary for, if a guy pitches a no-hitter or certainly a perfect game, then he goes around and he gives gifts to, various members of the team and the front office. And unfortunately, my gift, he gave everyone a bottle of scotch. And it was in this beautiful velvet bag, and it was, the embroidery and everything on it. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to drink mine. Because if you guys remember, someone broke into my house over a weekend and stayed in my house over a weekend while I was away, and he drank.
No.
He drank.
I don't know this story. Okay.
He drank the whiskey, put the bottle back in the bag. And so when I finally looked at it, I was crushed. My wife knows. You would have sworn that somebody died.
I told the guy, make sure you get into Kenny's house and don't drink the tequila. He drink it. But I still have that bottle because.
Did you drink it?
No,
Was it good?
No, because my wife don't let me do it. Yeah. Every time I go to touch the bottle, I go, what you doing? I say, well, I'm going to die and your boyfriend going to drink it. Let me drink my stuff, but then I can enjoy my player's gift.
Do you have any left?
No, it's a brand. I never touch it at all.
Oh.
You know what? Good idea.
Can I have a taste of it?
Yes. You know what? I bring it tomorrow because she's out of the country, and we drink it tomorrow. I got a tea. Yeah. Tomorrow. I want to drink it. We're gonna drink it together.
Well, did you get a bottle of scotch?
Where's Junior?
Dwayne?
Junior, remind me. Where's Junior? Oh, Junior's not here. Wow, we're boring.
I'll remind you.
Junior, remind me, okay?
So, we're talking about scotch. You must have got a car.
No, I got he gave me a painting.
A painting?
Yeah, we talked about it, and he wanted to give me something that 30 years from now I would still have. That's why he didn't give me a watch. I don't know who the painter was, but it's a huge painting that I have in my house right now.
Would it be similar to the image we have when we were walking in on the screens, the monitors here, of you crashed against the wall? Is that what the painting looks like?
Yes, it has all three images. It's,
Awesome.
me jumping, coming down, bobbling the ball. It has those three images on one side. Then it has a huge image of me catching the ball on the right side. Pretty nice.
Pass that
Very
down.
nice.
Well,
Matter of
yeah,
fact.
it's funny because I got to call Mark. I say, you know what? You give this guy the painting, and you don't give me nothing. I'm the one put in there. Oh, I will talk to him.
Yeah, but you've already indicated you didn't care about the perfect game.
I don't. I just being
trying to win the game.
I just
so.
being honest. I get paid for what? To win games.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You were on the field. I mean, we were all, he's over on the bench. He's talking to Joey saying, hey, we're winning 5-0. This is awesome. He's not even paying attention. Kenny's on the edge of his seat up in his suite going,
No, not really. I was watching another game. I don't know. I got 5 TVs up there, and
He's
I get
up
caught
there.
up in another game, and then somebody told me in the 7th inning, hey, you might want to pay attention to this one. I said, why? What's up?
I mean, look at this. You've got the man that has brought Mark Burley to the major leagues and has him out there on the field, and he's got other things going on. He's like, we might acquire this guy for Burley, this guy. His value has gone way up now. But, Dwayne, you were on the field. You're the only guy out there. What do you do before that. You knew your role. Even though it's a large lead, Ozzy's thinking is, and you don't have to go to the manager or the coach and say, might you put me in? Tell everybody what your process is to get ready to go out there and save a game like that.
Well, first of all, being a defensive guy, in the fifth inning, I will always go in the cage, get loose, stretch, run around a little bit, just in case. But that particular game, I didn't even realize a perfect game was going on until the sixth. I just happened to look up. Matter of fact, I was in the locker room, and I heard over the radio, I think 19 up, 19 down. I came down and I looked like, wow. So I started getting loose because I knew at some point Ozzy was going to put me in the game, and just based off, how the season was going, I've been going in for defense a lot. And as a defensive guy, there's a saying, you better be ready when you get in the game because that ball always finds you. And in that situation, man, it was just, first batter, ball comes to me. And
Do you want the ball in that situation, or because, it's a perfect game. You just got on the field. These other guys are in the rhythm of the game. They feel everything. That's why Joey Cora's going, are you crazy? You can't take anybody off the field now. Do you feel the extra pressure all of a sudden, and you're putting in pressure on yourself going, okay, don't screw this up? Or are you saying, hit the ball to me?
no pressure at all. I wanted the ball. It was a rough year for me. So I felt like this is a great opportunity for me to do something, and
You got some big hits that
yeah.
year. I don't want to just say you're a defensive guy and have these young kids think that you could play.
Yeah, but with the injuries, with my shoulder early on, it was rough, and just coming off the bench to be a part of something like that, when the ball was hit, I just knew I had to do everything just to catch it, and I put my head down, man, and I looked up, and that's when I knew I had a legitimate shot, and jumped up and caught it.
You guys can look back if you haven't done it recently. Look back at how he made that catch. It says it right there on the wall, the catch. The White Sox honor that out on the field. But
Who I take out?
that's what I was.
I
Gonna
don't
say. I was gonna ask you
remember.
that.
Who you replace? Who I replacing?
Quentin, I think, Carlos.
So Pasednik was in center field,
Pasednik moved to left.
and you put Quentin off left field, Pasednik to left, and Dwayne into
Yeah.
center.
Oh, okay. That's not a
And
good move.
Pasednik told
Well,
me.
Sidney Park playing center field? Golly, oh. Okay.
You had to go with what you had.
Yeah, there we go.
Scotty was telling me after I caught the ball, fans were going crazy. He walks over to me and was like, man, I was so glad Ozzy put you in the game because I don't think I would have caught the ball. So it's pretty
He
funny,
was
man.
right.
Yeah. So
But that's funny because, ironically, a manager's job is to know his players' strengths. And Scott Pasednik, by default, was a center fielder, but not his best position. And obviously, Dwayne could have played any position in the outfield at a higher level. So you move your center fielder, take off your left. You're moving the chess pieces around, as he did if it was a 1-0 game. And it just happened to work out, and the rest is history. Not only for Burley, but for you, Dwayne. And obviously, you're going to always be remembered and loved here in Chicago for that particular play.
Exactly. Thank you. And I'm just thankful that Ozzy believed in me. In a situation like that, most managers probably would have left the lineup as is. And he put me out there. He knew that I probably can cover more ground. I was playing shallow because when I got in the game, I said to myself, well, I don't want this to be broken up on a ball that drops in front of me. If somebody's going to get a hit, they had to earn it. So I was playing shallow like I always do, and man, I just, when Kapler hit that ball, man, it was. I believe I can fly. Yeah, I had to put my head down and get it.
I believe I can touch it.
Yeah, so it was a great moment. Great moment.
And basically, that's what it looked like when you see Dwayne running after that ball. Is like he was just very gracefully flying, gliding through the outfield, and then routinely jumping and catching that until you realize he had a little bobble at the end of that from the impact of the wall. And I didn't even realize it at that point as Ed and I were doing that game. And I said this to Dwayne. I didn't realize, and I watched the whole play. live. I'm not watching any monitor, and I thought he caught it clean. And Ed said immediately, he's like, he bobbled that ball and then caught it with his bare hand. I go, what? Really? Ed's eyes aren't as good as mine long distance. So I was like, no, that's not true.
Let me tell you, I think what happened was when I jumped up, when I hit the wall, my glasses hit my arm, and I couldn't tell if I had the ball was in my glove. That's when I opened it up, and the ball comes falling out. And